I really like the main sheet system a lot. If you're used to sailing the shields, you'd be pretty familiar with it. 4-to-1 on the back of the boom with the mid-boom block, bringing it into the cockpit.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Johnstone at J-Boats, and I'd like to give you a quick sneak peek of the J9, which we just launched 2 weeks ago, and we're just enjoying a little bit of sun that's popped out, and just give you a quick walk through the boat. This boat is really started as all about optimizing and having the most fun while day sailing with friends and family, and starting with really just, you can tell by the location and the length of the boom that the real focus on this was mainsail only sailing, and also having a roller furling jib so you could sail main and jib. The best downwind sail in the world is a big mainsail, and you could see that this would be great on a day like today, sailing, just let the boom all the way out and you have a wonderful downwind sail without having to have a crew running around on the foredeck getting exercised. This is about a 9-foot long cockpit. You can sit 6 adults easily. You could even have more on. I think the most distinguishing feature that we were looking for in this was we love the experience of sailing and sitting around the cockpit and socializing with friends and the sense of a deep, secure cockpit, but also wanted the convenience of being able to easily get in and out of the cockpit. And I think the most important thing there is to be able to step out the back and have this swim platform. We have this feature in a bunch of our other boats, and it's one of the most popular family places to gather, in and out of the water. When you're anchored, people are always in and out of the water. When you're pulled into a dock, it's a great spot for an extra cooler. This particular boat, you have a couple of great spots to sit back here. It's almost like having another room in the house. And you can see that the cockpit with the high coamings is totally set up for inboard seating. And so once you're in the boat, totally set up so that you can brace your feet across. You can hold the tiller right here in one hand, and you can look forward, you can trim the main sheet, and you could sit on the low side, you can lean back and relax. It's just about the perfect backrest height for all sizes. And you also have nice curved corner seats in each of the 4 corners of the cockpit. So this is really the main selling point of this boat, is being able to sit here with the tiller, with the main sheet, enjoy some solo sailing, and when the family and friends are available, they can all pile on and have a great time. And it's set up with a roller furling jib, mainsail on slides, and couldn't be much easier.
Set and forget it, huh?
Cleat it. That's what a cleat's for. Set it and forget it. Well, there's enough mainsail on this boat that you can just set it, twist it open. You have plenty of power to go upwind. We're tacking through about 75 degrees, 78 degrees, roughly. It was pretty close winded. Reaching through life.
This is actually inspired from one of our designs from 30 years ago. This is actually a removable backrest, and that creates a really large settee to the port side. So that's about a 7.5-foot sleeping berth. And we really like this concept of having a smaller seat to starboard, which allowed a bigger opening in the main bulkhead, cooler off to starboard, nice cubbies off to starboard here for storing extra gear, and we closed off the bulkheads back here so that we'd have 2 really large sail lockers in the cockpit. You'll notice the opening ports on either side. By putting them there, that really frees up the space at the back of the cabin to put electronics. There's no reason to put instruments on the mast or have sea hood pods that block your view from the helm. So these are really nice, and if you can imagine being under a Dodger here, you could sit the front of the cockpit steering your boat with a t-shirt on and 20 knots of wind, and be punching your chart plotter if you wanted to.
Here we are. We're going to try a single-handed tack for the first time in my life. Let the leeward sheet off first. Tack the boat. Grab the helm and take off again.
You could have just a wonderful sail, just mainsail only. That's the only sail you need. We've also gone sailing with the boat with the jib only, and you might try that a little later today, but if it was really windy, you could just unroll the jib, leave the main on the cover, and you've got a wonderful day sail. But when you do want as much power as you can, if you're light air sailing, then you could simply uncleat the roller furling line here, and you could unroll the jib right on the cabin top winches. These are big Harkin 35 self-tailers. Plenty of power for a small jib and plenty of power to hoist the mainsail and for any of the halyard controls. And you can see it's all very straightforward right here. We have a main halyard, jib halyard, and this is a masthead halyard here for an additional sail. And we have this setup here is the reef line. And we have little deflectors here for the jib sheet so you don't get overrides on the primary winches.
Now, the whole idea of making a very, very simple designs and simple, easy sailing boat was because, again, people have already gone through that whole cycle of offshore racing boats, one design keel boats, you know, where every little thing is tweaked. And we just wanted to eliminate all that. So you couldn't tweak anything other than the backstay. That's about it.